Roblox has released a very interesting statistic about avatars that has caused a lot of commotion within the Roblox community. A couple of days ago, Roblox put out this dev forum post about UGC creators now being allowed to make and sell bundles. I made a video about that big new update, so if y'all are interested in that, go check out that vid after this one. But what we're talking about today is something else Roblox mentioned in that dev forum announcement, which has been the cause of some controversy. Down in the announcement, there's a little hidden FAQ section, and one of the questions is if these UGC bundles need to be made in R15. The answer is yes, because they need to be compatible with dynamic heads, but Roblox's response drags out a little longer. Throughout Roblox's answers, they really try to sell R15 and avatar realism hard for some reason, and that's no different with this one. They mention how R15 looks and feels more realistic, which is true, but not necessary to mention when they already have multiple times. Then Roblox mentions something completely unrelated, but will be the topic of today's video. R15 being 98% of what users use. According to Roblox, 98% of avatars Roblox users have today are R15. This began circulating around Roblox Twitter and quickly caused a lot of discussion about whether or not that's actually true. There's a lot of skepticism and questions about Roblox's claims, but there are people also saying that it's likely accurate. A different recent statistical claim from Roblox doesn't look to be exactly accurate either, leading to even more skepticism about this. There are a lot of people who don't think this 98% claim is true or accurate, and there are multiple reasons for that. When you're in a game allowing both R6 and R15, you'll most often than not see a fair mix of both, usually not one clearly above the other. How often will you see an R6, R15 game full of only one or the other, right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Same with just browsing the site, you'll often see a large mix of R6 and R15 with a couple Rthro avatars sprinkled in. I put a poll on my community tab the other day asking what avatar style people used, and R6 was the most voted by far. YouTube polls are pushed out to non-subscribers a lot, so it's not just my audience voting, but obviously this isn't the end-all be-all of this discussion. This just gives you an idea of what some people are currently using, and evidently this makes the 98% claim look completely untrue. For some reason I started taking heat for this poll, but at the end of the day I was just curious to see how some active users would vote. And I say active because Roblox's 98% claim probably doesn't only cover active users, it probably includes every account on the platform. If Roblox is including inactive accounts, which it probably is, then what they say is actually most likely true, and here's why. First of all, this probably includes every single forgotten alt and bot account that was made since January 2017 when Bacons became R15. The millions upon millions upon millions of inactive accounts with R15 on them are going to definitely raise the R15% by a ton. On December 31st, 2016, there were 205 million accounts, and now we're very close to hitting 5 billion accounts. We've had nearly 4,800,000,000 new accounts since R15 was introduced to default avatars, so imagine how many of those accounts' avatars have never been touched. Secondly, many years ago, maybe in 2017 or 2018, Roblox forced likely tens of millions of inactive accounts into using R15. This is something that was pointed out on the dev forum early on in response to what Roblox said. Roblox currently has around 214 million active monthly users, so that means there are roughly 4,700,000 inactive accounts on Roblox. With most of those accounts being made after the introduction of R15 on default avatars, most of those inactive accounts probably use R15. Along with all the accounts Roblox forced into using R15, it's most likely that R15 makes up 98% of Roblox avatars when including inactive accounts. The way this is written mentions users, so it sounds like they're talking about individual people, but there's no way 98% of individual people have R15 avatars. But when we're talking about accounts, then it's most likely that 98% of Roblox accounts have R15 avatars. Today, 98% of Roblox avatars are R15, but that probably covers all of the accounts, including bots, alts, and forgotten ones, not just active or individual people. Roblox probably just worded it poorly by saying users instead of accounts, because Roblox definitely hasn't had 5 billion individual users. But what do you think? Do you think 98% of all active users use R15? comment your thoughts and leave a like on your way out.